Hi friends, let's take a look at how to answer question 2 on this Google form. So these are pictures of the fractions that were listed there in question number 2. Excuse me. So we had 5/6, 1/5, 7/8, and 3/8. So in this video, I've added the pictures so that we can take a look. And certainly by taking a look at the pictures, it looks to me like 1/5 is the smallest. But let's see if I can figure that out in a way that I don't need pictures. So if I split something into 5 pieces compared to 6 pieces or 8 pieces, the pieces of my fifths would be bigger than sixths or eighths. So that doesn't help me a whole lot. So I need to look at that numerator. So I cut it into 5 pieces, but I only got one of the 5. That's a very small amount, isn't it? When we think about how on my eighths, I got 3/8, and I got 7/8, that's almost the whole. 3/8 is almost a half. And then 5 out of the 6, I almost got the whole there too. So when I take a look at my fraction here, this is a unit fraction. 1/5 is the smallest amount of fifths I can get. And because I have close to half and over half on the other two, or in the other 3 fractions, I know that my 1/5 is the smallest. So I'm going to move this 5/6 out of the way and bring 1/5 over here. So it's my smallest. Well, now I need to compare my other fractions. One way that I can do that is think about a benchmark fraction like 1/2. So if I look at 7/8, that's definitely more than a half, because a half, if I'm talking about eighths, would be 4/8. So 7/8 is more than a half. How about 5/6? Ooh, that one's more than a half too, because if I got 3/6, that would be a half. So that one's more than a half. How about 3/8? Oh, that one's less than a half. I would have to get 4/8 to get a half. So I know that 3/8, which is 1/8 less than a half, it's got to be less than a half. So that's my next one. All right, time to put on those thinking caps because these next 2 get challenging. So we need to figure out which one is the next bigger one in my list. So I have 1/5 is the smallest, 3/8, and then I have 7/8 and 5/6. They're both one away from a whole. They're both more than a half. So I really have to do some thinking to think about how do I compare these 2 fractions to decide which one is the bigger one. Well, when I think about what I know about sixths and eighths, I know that pieces that are called sixths are bigger than eighths. So when I think about how much I'm missing here, I'm missing 1/6 here to get to the whole, and I'm missing 1/8 over here to get to the whole. I'm missing a smaller amount over here if I'm missing 1/8. So that would mean that I have even more colored in than if I had 5/6. So my piece that's missing here, my 1/8 is smaller than my 1/6. That means I'm closer to a whole and 7/8 because I have just this little piece missing, which tells me that 7/8 is bigger than 5/6. So I'm going to move 7/8 over here and 5/6 right here. So now I have my fractions in order. I have 1/5, which is way close to 0. And then I have 3/8, which is close to a half, but less than a half. Oh, my other 2 fractions are more than a half, so I know they're greater. And then I looked at my piece that was missing and said, well, 1/6 is farther away from having the whole thing than 1/8 missing. So my 5/6 is smaller than my 7/8. So the correct order is 1/5, 3/8, 5/6, 7/8. So now you're going to be asked to go back and try that problem again. Make sure you think about these fractions. You can draw a picture of the fractions on your whiteboard, but give it a try and see how you do. Good luck!